Hey everybody, so today was an 8 out of 10. Again, the higher the number the better for Jon David. And the word of the day is hypertrophy. So hypertrophy is what a lot of us experience if you do any kind of exercise or lifting or anything like that. Your muscles actually get stronger and thicker. That's essentially what hypertrophy is. In the heart, it's a double-edged sword. So while it is making the heart squeeze stronger and, from that standpoint, you're like, oh yeah, that's good. But on the other hand, this is the negative side of it. It makes the heart stiffer. And so then it leads to complications because of that. So for example, with Jon David, his right ventricle, his right side of his heart is very hypertrophied. And so it is very thick, and because your heart is a muscle. And so it has adapted to deal with additional stressors like the pulmonary band, which is putting more stress on his RV. And so it has had to get stronger and thicker because of that. But it also means that it has gotten stiffer. Now, his left ventricle has also gotten stiffer because of the aortic stenosis. And so he actually has hypertrophy on both sides. But on the right side, it is moderate to severe. And on the left side, it's just mild. And the left side, given that it has the stent now, should start, being a little easier. The right side still has that pulmonary band. And so it is still dealing with those increased pressures. The goal here is to try and get that band off so that way his heart can remodel and get back to a more normal, typical heart by the time that he's 2. But that is kind of the goal, and that's the word of the day, is hypertrophy. And it's a big one because it is literally the focus kind of right now of what everything is moving forward, of trying to deal with his heart, and that being one of the big complicating factors of his heart is the hypertrophy, specifically the hypertrophy of his right ventricle. But that very long explanation is the word of the day. In terms of his day, again, he had an 8 out of 10. He's been pretty good today. He's had some withdrawals, some spit ups, but nothing too major. They did change his lights. It was a little bit, they tried to wean him, and he hasn't been pooping, and so he's gotten fussy because of that. So we've had to go back up on them this evening. Still waiting to see if he will kind of pass a stool. He did pass his ERT last night, so that is a praise that he passed his ERT. And then other than that, just been kind of smiley today when he's been awake. Got to hold him today, which was fun for both of us. He enjoyed it because he slept through pretty much the entire thing, and I enjoyed it because I got to hold my kid. And then Mallory went to work today, and Hunter went to Miss Anna's and then had fun with her going down to Beaches and Cream and seeing Miss Amanda. And so all in all, we've all had a pretty good day. And then we had Grammy come visit. And so again, just pretty good day all around. But if y'all would pray for these 3 things: 1, that Jon David will continue to tolerate his feet increases and his sedation weans. They've continued marching forward on the sedation weans, and he's done pretty well. And his feet increases, we actually paused because he stopped pooping. And so, kind of input-output equation. If he's not putting out, then we can't keep putting in. And so, right now it's paused. Should continue marching on given that he starts pooping again. Please pray for all of the families who've lost loved ones, but especially those who've lost children. And then please pray for all of the families and kiddos who appear who are having to battle congenital heart defects, because this is not easy on anybody. And up here, there's constantly surgeries going on. We actually have had quite a few people in the last week who either have had surgery or who are going in for surgery. So please just keep all of these kids and families in your prayers. But that's all I got for you today. Hope you continue to choose Hope Daily. Y'all have a good night and God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow. And Jon David, tell everybody bye-bye.